Hey everybody, I wanted to make a quick video review of a Kiesel Zeus that I just received a few days ago. So we'll do a quick, more of a build quality review of this guitar. I haven't had much time to play it yet. I've been working, and I'm also in the honeymoon period, so I wanted to just do a build quality first impressions video for this guitar, and also add my opinion on Kiesel in general as a company and their service, because I have seen a lot of negative reviews, not a lot, but some negative reviews about either their customer service or their build quality. So I wanted to address that with my own personal experience, having owned 3 brand new custom shop Kiesel guitars and a slew of used old Carvins. So just real quick, we'll go over this. This is a Zeus, as I said. Starting with the I guess the neck. This is a 3-piece maple neck. Tongue oil. I have never had a tongue oil neck before, and I think I will only have tongue oil necks going forward because this thing is really smooth. It's better than satin. It's amazing. I can't really describe in words how good it feels. It just feels like there's nothing between you and the neck. It's also a thicker neck profile. I will explain why. I ordered that in a moment. And then a few other small things. The truss, tremolo cavity cover delete, so it's just open. Humbucker and one single coil configuration, so super strat style. Tremolo, and then I opted for the coil split as a switch instead of the push pull, and then a regular five-way switch. The most unique thing about this build is that it is a 1-piece swamp ash body that is both chambered and laminated 3-piece. Now what that means is that it looks like a 1-piece body, so the grain matches, but it's actually chambered, and the top and the back are just 1 piece, and the center chunk of wood is chambered for weight and a little bit of resonance, mostly for weight. And this was uncommon, or at least I was told it was uncommon. And it looks, if you look at it, because with the raw tone finish, you can see the grain. The grain matches where they glued it back together, basically. So that's the most unique thing about this guitar. The pickups are Holdsworth pickups, the new ones, in the bridge and neck, and then a single coil in the middle position. This was actually a mistake on my part, and it's not Kiesel's fault. When I ordered this over the phone, I asked for a beryllium single coil pickup, and when you order over the phone, they will send you a confirmation email with the spec sheet that basically summarizes everything that you just said, each and every spec, one by one, and you're supposed to double check it. I did not do a good job of double checking it because it does say on it SA60 single coil and not beryllium, so that was my fault. It was a bit of a surprise though to open up the case and like, why is there a covered black pickup in the middle? Because I know that berylliums don't come covered like this, so yeah, honest mistake on my part. Not a big deal. It actually sounds really good, so in the end I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm probably not going to switch it out. So the build quality on this is perfect. There is not a flaw anywhere. I looked for them. I looked for maybe like some tarnish or rust on the hardware, screw, maybe a screw would be at the wrong angle, or something small, but there isn't. The fretwork is perfect. The finish is perfect. There's no flaws anywhere. It's also set up, and it arrived pretty much perfectly in tune, which I think it's actually to do mostly with the hip shot bridge design. It's really, really stable, but it's perfectly intonated, perfectly set up. It's perfect. 10 out of 10 from Kiesel on this one. They did a fantastic job, and I have absolutely nothing but positive things to say about the build quality. I thought it was worth making a video because on the internet, it's not hard to find negative reviews about Kiesel, whether it's customer service or build quality. There are some negative reviews, and those tend to get a lot of attention. Much like any negative review on the internet, it gets attention. I work in sales. I'm a sales manager for a school, and we have students that don't find internships. They don't have a good experience at our program, and they write negative reviews. And those negative reviews get a lot of attention. 1 out of 100 students will write a negative review, but those 99 positive reviews won't get nearly as much attention as the 1 negative review. That's just the way that things go. I have ordered 3 custom shop instruments from Kiesel in the last maybe 4 years, and every one of them has been a fantastic and positive experience. I've had the same sales guy each time. His name is Chris Hong. If you guys get lucky and get him, you've lucked out. He's a nice guy, and he responds quickly. Great experience working with him. Okay, one point that I wanted to bring up was maybe you'll see on the internet that if you order at a certain time of the year, you can expect to have quality control issues or mistakes or something like that. For example, around the time of the NAMM shows or when they're getting ready to do something. I ordered this guitar during the Black Friday sale, which was just before Winter NAMM. Winter NAMM this year was I think it was in January, and this build was in the oven through all of that period. So, as they say, in the oven. So, some people might comment, oh, well, there's going to be mistakes because they're rushing, they're focusing on their prototypes, their new releases for the show, right? Well, if that's the case, it certainly hasn't shown up in 2 of my builds, which were scheduled during that time of the year. This arrived not only in perfect build quality and condition, but it arrived quickly. I got it in 12 weeks. So my personal experience is that it doesn't matter when you order. This bass is a super plain Jane build, nothing fancy, regular alder body, 1-piece neck, matte black finish. Nothing unique about this build at all. It's just, it's a workhorse. This I ordered in the summertime, and it arrived on time. No issues with this. It came in, I think, about the same 12 weeks, something like that. But I did want to make a point with this one. So they're human, right? Kiesel is a relatively small company. They're not PRS. They're not Fender. They're not Ibanez. They have one shop in north of San Diego, and they're going to make mistakes, or maybe not mistakes, but if they've never done something before, it might not come out perfectly. And I'll use this build as an example. This is, as I said, very plain Jane build, super standard, nothing special or exciting really about this bass. But I called to order this for 2 reasons. One, I wanted a humbucker bridge and a single coil neck, and you couldn't select those options on the website, so I called for that. I also asked for a thicker neck profile. I just like thicker necks. I don't think that the thicker neck profile or option is very popular with people in general, and certainly not for the bass. That might be why on this particular build, the neck, where it joins the fretboard, there is a very, very, very microscopic lip. It's really, you can kind of see it, but you can also feel it. If you take your fingernail and just rub between the neck and the fretboard, you can feel a little bit of a lip. And that's probably because the neck it's thicker. They left more wood on there, right? So the fretboard is just a smidge narrower than the neck. Is this a problem? No. Is it worth a negative review? No. I'm going to assume that no one's ever ordered a Vader bass with a thicker neck profile. Thinner, sure, people like that in the grand scheme of things, but I'm just going to take this one as, okay, it's fine. It's the first time they did it. It's not a mistake. It's not a flaw by any means. It doesn't affect my playing. It doesn't bother me. I don't feel it. It's not a big deal. But it goes to illustrate the point that they are human. If they've never done it before, they've never CNC'd a neck profile like this on this model, it could happen. But besides that, this build is the same as the other. It's perfect. There's no mistakes. There's no flaws. It wasn't rushed. No rust on the heart. Nothing. So that's it. That's pretty much my review of Kiesel. If you're like me and you like to research a lot before you make a purchase, read reviews, but understand that one bad review is one bad review. If there's a lot of bad reviews, then that might tell you something. But look at the dates of the reviews. Look at where this review was posted. Just spend as much time researching the reviews as you do researching the purchase you're going to make. And that's just in general, not just with Kiesel. So overall, I hope this was useful for anyone who's thinking about maybe taking the plunge on a Kiesel. In my experience, 3 out of 3. So for you, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't take the risk. So questions and comments below, I'd be happy to answer them. And that's it. Have a good day.